Life can knock us around at times and be very grim. Jesus' last words are haunting. My God, why have you forsaken me? They express the same confusion, hurt, and anger we have experienced many times when faced with violence, hatred, bullying, disappointment, or the death of a loved one. In fact, though, Jesus has never been far from us in any of these. From his bloody scourging at the pillar to hanging 6 hours on the cross, Jesus has entered into the limit of human suffering and pain on all levels, physically, psychologically, and spiritually. So maybe his last words from the cross are not questioning God the Father, but us. When Jesus spoke these words, it was noon, and darkness fell over the entire earth. At the high point of the day, the sun refused to shine on what we did, crucified the King of heaven and earth. Jesus' last words seemed to be the mystery of a God abandoned by God. But if that were true, why did Jesus address his Father as, "My God"? Perhaps the face of the Father refused to shine upon his creatures, who were putting to death their Creator. Maybe this was like the light and warmth of the sun that is hidden on a cloudy day. But in reality the sun exists, but in an obscured manner. If that is the case, then Jesus' last words are about us abandoning him. Jesus was in fact quoting the opening line of Psalm 22. My God, why have you abandoned me? Why so far from my call for help, from my cries of anguish? My God, I call by day, but you do not answer. By night, but I have no relief. But I am a worm, not a man, scourged by men, despised by the people. All who see me mock me. They curl their lips and jeer. They shake their heads at me. He relied on the Lord. Let him deliver him. If he loves him, let him rescue him. Like water my life drains away. All my bones are disjointed. My heart has become like wax. It melts away within me. As dry as a potsherd is my throat. My tongue cleaves to my palate. You lay me in the dust of death. Dogs surround me. A pack of evildoers closes in on me. They have pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. Do you know what role we play in this psalm? The dogs that surround him and mock him. The demons in the Gospels recognized who he really was. Why couldn't we? We waved our palm branches when he first approached, didn't we? He entered Jerusalem like a celebrity and left like a criminal. Isn't that the way Jesus is often welcomed into our soul one day and forgotten the next? Have the crib and the cross meant nothing? The only suffering and pain greater to our Lord than the cold iron spikes that pierced his hands and feet is our indifference now. See in Jesus' last words a divine reversal of the request posed to him by the good thief that hung next to him. The thief said, Jesus, remember me. Sadly, Jesus' last words about abandonment are addressed to us. Why have you forsaken and abandoned me? Remember me. These words hauntingly resonate in the sacrifice of every Mass, in the gift of his body. For when he instituted the Eucharist at the Last Supper, Jesus made only one request. Do this in remembrance of me.